Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Hades, where I honestly feel like our last run was like, in terms of performance, it was like an A-, even though we lost. We did so well with the sword relative to my usual performance that I feel pretty good about that now. We already looked at all this stuff. Except, yes, we'll speak to you. Hello. And goodbye, of course. We have 120. Demonic influence. I still think we're going to shove that right into God's pride, and the phrasing on that could have been better, and I apologize. Okay, you can be upgraded, which makes sense because we just used you. Bonus move speed, plus 10%, doesn't bother me, and give me the shield. The time has come. Don't speak to me, skeleton. We're still at 1 gauge. Because we haven't won with the shield on, you know, on any level of heat so far. Hold on. Budget cuts. Damage control. Reduces your choices by 1. That's terrible. Oh, hold on. This is an alt-tabbable situation. It decided it didn't want to know. Reduce the time to clear each underworld region. No, thank you. We'll just try something different here. You know what? Let's give foes 15% extra life. I don't even think that we're deliberately making the game harder for ourselves relative to the traps. I think what we're doing is making the game consistently a little harder, but inconsistently, those traps actually have, like, basically ruined some runs for us. So, hold on. I gotta remember here. Special deals more damage, knocks foes away. That is our throw, which is pretty solid, but your cast damages foes, knocks them away. I'm honestly just gonna take the dash right off the get-go. Just cause I feel like my current perspective for Hades, or the way that I guess put the boons into triage, if that makes sense. You know, in terms of like what's the priority for each one of these right off the get-go. I feel like you really want a good cast. You want the best possible cast, the best possible special. Fair enough, I deserve to get hit there. And the best possible attack. You know, you want... Those are the holy trinity that are going to carry you to greatness. I feel like a dash is a little bit more secondary. So if we get, you know... Basically, we didn't have any particularly impressive effects there. So for me personally, I think that's an opportunity for us to just get a dash, knock that out, and, you know, to be honest, later, if we get the chance to actually sell that, I could be persuaded. The other thing is, a dash that has knockback is actually pretty interesting. Just seeing if there's any extra gold here. Oh, there is. Not much, but I'll take it. A dash that has knockback is pretty interesting, because if we dash enemies into walls, they will take a bunch of damage. Or at least proportionately more damage from the wall slam. So, you know, there is some value there. We're definitely, early on this run, I'll tell you, we're very eager to get these boons sorted out. Let's go a little further with I was going to call him Pisces. What a fool! With Poseidon. I think we got, whoa, easy there, big fella. I want to see where this Poseidon stuff goes. Because I think knockback is one of those things that's actually really good. But I don't necessarily have a track record of using it very well. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping... Wait, we still have the Poseidon benefit too. So, or the trinket. So we should have a chance to get better rarity, which would be nice. Special deals way more damage. Rupture is interesting, but we'll definitely take... I mean, that really illustrates the difference between a common boon and an epic boon, right? It was special damage plus 70. We ignored it. Now we got special damage plus 130. Percentage, that is. So, and it also has knockback, which it already did, I suppose, but it probably has a greater effect. Or magnitude, I'm assuming. Which means at a distance we can keep these enemies... Whoa, careful. Stuck in the wall. Doing a bunch of damage. Making them rue the day they ever got programmed into Hades. Not great damage, but, you know, we'll live with it. A Daedalus hammer. Someone on my subreddit posted what I would basically describe as a relative tier list. And that of like the room order you should go to. And they did, I want to say right off the bat, they did say it was like, it functions on a case-by-case basis, but in a generalized sense, their order apparently holds. And the Daedalus hammer was the #1 highest priority upgrade, I think. Bull Rush charges faster. Special deals 60 damage to nearby foes when you catch it. Nah. Special can hit more enemies, for certain. It's another Poseidon benefit, but I think we're going to go for the Chaos Gate here just to get mighty interesting. I wasn't that surprised by the list, except for the fact that I think there was definitely a case to be made that I over-prioritized Pomegranate in particular. You cannot cast... I kind of like this, I think. You can't cast, but gold is worth 30% more. 35 max HP is like, it's not that much. It's not bad, though. But I think the gold, that probably equals like one more bounty over time. And we'll definitely go for the, or one more boon, I should say, over the run. So we'll go for Artemis first. I could use, you know, anything related to critical damage for sure. And, Not overly concerned about where we're at right now, for sure. You might say, why not go for the gold? Because it says afterwards it's worth 30% more. You're buying high and selling low. Well, you're not really selling it at all, but you're buying high, which is not the way you're supposed to do it, according to the principles of the stock market. Oh, you're not supposed to cast, that's right. Or, well, you can cast, but it costs you a little bit of HP. Sorry, we didn't lose too much there. Alright, once we get you in the wall, it's over. We should have... No, we've already gifted you something, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Your call... Hold on. I love support fire. After you hit with an attack, cast, or special, fire a seeking arrow. Yeah. Although, this does seem interesting as well. Plus 35% crit chance is pretty amazing, but I think the just passive guaranteed damage is super nice. And, you know, I think we'll go for gems right out the gate. We still need a bunch more of these to make,
Do not presume that you escape my notice, boy.
Make our life easier. These are just survival rooms, right? Survive for 45 seconds. So I have heard... I've been going to the Hades subreddit, which is like the #1 way that you know I'm interested in the game. The Hades subreddit is very interesting. Shout out to r/Hades the game, because there is absolutely no discussion of mechanics on a daily basis, and instead an incredible amount of discussion of the lore, and in particular a fondness for describing Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, as quote-unquote best girl, to the point that they don't even say her name anymore, they just say best girl. So it's you know, not a community I have that much experience with in that similar vein, but I did learn from the subreddit, hey, you get gold by killing these enemies if you want to do that instead of just dashing around the sides of the room. So I thought, you know, why not take the bull by the horns there? And I gotta tell you, I'm liking this. No complaints so far about the way that this is going down. We still would like a basic attack bonus. And to be honest with you, I'm not, you know, particularly precious about it just yet, but thank God. We've been hit by so many hazards already. I'm very thankful we did not take 400% trap damage.
Chaos has been lifted.
I don't really think we need the keys. I think I'd rather have influence for now, believe it or not. But, yeah, you don't really want to be there. We must be free, right? Yeah, okay, so our cast works now, which means gold is worth more. Our cast doesn't hurt anymore, is what I should say. So our gold is worth more. So now we can officially, if we desire it, prioritize gold to a higher degree. feel like offensively against single foes, we're in a bad spot right now. But it's still early. You expect to be in a bad spot across a number of different spectrums early on here, right? I'm hoping we can get something to affect our basic attack soon. Yeah, let's do this. This will probably be easier than the room that preceded it. Slay foes quickly. Okay, is mission not accomplished so far? But if you just keep, at all opportunities, just keep pressing the Y button, there you go. Actually, that was really good. Took no damage, 45 of that, which will give us 5 HP, I think, as well. Or not, okay. 157 is enough to buy one boon in here, and thankfully there is one. So we'll take a Dionysus boon. They all seem pretty bad. I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to take a Blight Strike for now. Just for the poison damage. And why don't you go ahead and take a little Nectar here and see if you're interested in maybe giving me a trinket or something? Okay, never mind. Should probably look at the codex to figure out who actually needs that. But anyway, yeah. Oh, it's the different one, the one with the saws. Okay. I was so stoked because at first I was like, you're gonna be like murderer. But you're not. Instead, you're doing this weird rage thing. I don't really understand your mechanics yet. So to be honest, I'm just gonna keep, I mean, I don't mind the poison damage, don't get me wrong, it's helpful when it can come to pass, but for the most part, just trying to press the Y button, and when possible, hit you with attacks from afar that don't require me to get into too dangerous of a position, you know what I mean? But, you know, being able to stack up multiple poison stacks does great work as well. I don't know, this is going pretty well so far. I would say swimmingly, if I really knew what swimmingly went. I don't know why swimming is always assumed, you know, oh, it's going swimmingly. You know, like what, you gotta keep in mind, swimming is probably the cardio activity that's most dangerous. You should say it's going bikingly. Please get those saws out of my face. Why are you the easiest? I thought you were the hardest. Honestly, actually, now that I think about it, I actually think that the... Oh, okay, that's damage. I feel like Megara might actually be the hardest of these bosses for me. Tisiphone is like... I've only fought her knowing the pattern once, but like now that I know the pattern, I don't think I'm gonna have too much trouble with that fight in the future, you know? You know, I thought you would be tough. Let's keep in mind, hold on. Before we get too cocky, we are using the shield, which means our opinion can't be taken seriously. Yeah, okay, that's good. Keep yourself, you know, act like you've been there before. Remember, the shield is resin, so... There is one more Titan's Blood for us. Financially, we should not be able to purchase anything. I will restore our HP, of course, and then... We don't really want any of those, but to be honest, I do kind of want to purge this. I know it's only giving us gold, but, you know, I don't think we want a common level poison benefit from Dionysus. I think we'll free up that space to get a better basic attack, hopefully from a higher priority minion, or a higher priority god. I know that might seem like a weird play. I mean, we basically did spend 150 on a Dionysus boon and then sell it for 30 a room later. It's a terrible deal. But here's the thing, if I had known that it would have been 3 common boons from Dionysus, I probably still would have bought it, honestly, but I wouldn't have been nearly as stoked. You would have had to work a little bit harder to get me excited about it. You gotta be toasted here, right? Almost toasted. Oh, that's the spicy room. You're doing okay, though. You're doing okay. I do feel like offensively we're missing a bit. Still, obviously. So I do think this is probably a situation where... I do appreciate the gold, do not get me wrong. But we would definitely like to pick up some solid boons here if possible. Hermes and Pomegranate, we're definitely going for a fresh bounty. The likes of which have not existed on Twitch since April of 2019. Maybe it's time to remind ourselves of some of the intricacies of the shield as well. Like, for example, the fact that when Bull Run is active, you block damage. Good. Much better. And even though I've talked about, like, prioritizing our basic attack, I actually think the highest possible priority is probably our cast. Because right now we got 3 ammo and no desire. Why can't I have 3 desire and no ammo? I guess that would also be bad. It's got to be Swift Strike or Greater Haste. I think we'll take Greater Haste. A flat move speed bonus, although now that I'm using it, I'm like, oh, thank you. It feels inconsequential. And we'll go for gold over the pomegranate, I think, just because it means more and hopefully better boons in the future as well. But the thing is, I mean, those were common level upgrades as you saw, but I don't really feel like 12% better X button ability as the shield master is really going to do much for us either, to be honest. I don't think there's going to be that many situations where we're going to be stoked to really get in there and just hold the button down. So I thought having some kind of flat potential, almost like ancillary benefit could be of the most useful variety for us. There is a trove here. I didn't even notice it till now. So there's value there. But this is... we don't have a theme yet, you know? It's like we're taking a gap year after high school. We don't know what we want to major in yet, so we're just gonna kind of hang around, you know? We're gonna take a Garden State year and figure out what the heck's going on.
Nice.
Do appreciate the gold. We are quite rich right now. I think we should fight for some influence, you know? At this point, if I'm committed to playing the game for a little bit of a longer period of time, then we should definitely start, you know, doing the little things that are going to help us unlock some stuff a little faster, please. Okay, you're going to be pretty annoying. Now that we got you, though, I took a little damage in the process. I regret nothing. That was not so bad.
Useless.
41 demonic influence. And we the shop being here is one thing. But I think because we're going to get shops in the future as well, we're going to go for the free boon right now and hope that it's a little bit better than our than the last time we talked to Dionysus. And he blessed us merely with common benefits, the likes of which that are beneath a patrician streamer such as myself. Please stop making each other impervious. It's not fair. But I will tell you, you know, first off, probably don't need another little bit of time here with me saying how much I like Hades, but it's true. I like this game a great deal. But secondarily, I really feel like, thanks to the last run, we've grown. And I don't know if it's going to be apparent right out the gates, but I feel like thanks to the last run, we will have grown as a Hades player. I think you are going to see that. I think you might even be seeing it right now, dare I suggest. Because, despite the fact that, you know, I don't think this is the best shield run we've ever had in terms of just, you know, raw materials. Such a bad place to stand. We're getting in and getting out almost like the way that you run that sword build we just had. So I really feel like that was a big milestone for us. was to have a good melee run that got me a little bit of extra confidence, to be honest, with some enemies that previously I had found, or, well, with all enemies I previously found I didn't really want to be in there. Come on, give me something better this time. Your cast, yes, we'll take the epic for sure. So now our cast is actually good. We did take some damage in the process, but we have so much gold. If we just get the chance to purchase something, we can buy whatever we want. Okay, so our cast is now going to be sick. I know I take this all the time from Dionysus. Probably you're like, this is, you know, mix it up a little bit, Grandpa. But the Festive Fog has, like, always been great for us. And I'm not at that position yet where I really feel like we should be mixing it up. I'm at the position right now where I'm like, geez, if you find one thing that works, ride it for a bit. So our cast is now probably our #1 damage-dealing entity. Also, opens up that incredible Zeus duo that we had on our last, or maybe 2 runs ago, maybe our last run. I don't know. It's the holiday season. The days are a little fuzzy. I basically took, I recorded 1 video on Christmas Day and none on Christmas Eve. So today feels like a day that doesn't exist in the calendar to me. It doesn't happen too often. I'm like, today's trying to think of a fake word. Today's a Zen's Day? There you go. That'll work. You know, why not go for this? I mean, of all 3 lanes, I think they all they're the same lane. You know, they give us a benefit after we get home. Oh, this is a Thanatos.
Barely caught up with.
I'm just gonna be straight up with you. This guy is gonna have our number. I don't think we have the kind of raw. Please tell me we got him. We got him. I don't think we have the kind of raw damage potential to really handle these enemies as easily as I would like. If you could get the ones that he targets before he gets them, though, you're getting big benefits out of that, no doubt about it. I mean, we are winning 3-8 right now. Please give me my cast back. No, I think you're gonna get. Oh, I got him. Let's go. So we get a. I think we just get whatever rewards we were gonna get anyway, but maybe we get a. You're gonna die for sure. We're gonna get a higher degree. Perhaps a reward proportional based on whether or not we're able to beat him. Yikes! Yikes! He closed the gap, brother. I beat him by 1. What do you got for me? I want to give you a boon, by the way. Oh, thanks for the max HP, so you do that. Yeah, whatever. Gold pomegranate. Perfect time for a little bit of spend. That went well, but it was close. And this is the room before the Hydra fight. Definitely want this.
No urns permitted in this chamber.
Attack deals more damage and inflicts weak. Your call fires a seeking projectile that inflicts charm. I just don't see that being good, and I could be very wrong. But I just, you know, who cares about charming an enemy? I'm imagining it. I was just gonna. Well, you know what? Now that I look at it, max gauge bonus 2,500 damage. Okay, so if you max out the gauge, I could definitely see that being worth it. Certainly, I feel like Festive Fog getting a decent damage bonus is probably worth it. 25 gold for that is fine by me. And let's do this. Most important thing here is don't use a Death's Defiance if possible.
Remember me?
I genuinely still feel like we're kind of in a spotty position. I don't think it's bad, but I think we got a long way to go to have a run that's good enough to beat Hades himself. For now, like, I don't sweat this guy. And I very much, you know, I still sweat Theseus and the Minotaur. But you know as well as I do that, like, you know, based on our performances up to this point, having a shield to fight Theseus and the Minotaur, like, makes your life substantially easier. Give me my cast back, please. I see them in there. Thank you, thank you. He doesn't look as confused as he's supposed to be. Thank you. Okay, we've lost like 8 HP, which is very understandable up to this point. We just, to be honest, if I have a regret, and I'm not afraid to admit regret, I think, you know, if you have regrets, that means it's always a good thing, you know? It means, yeah, you made mistakes, but you're also smart enough to recognize your mistakes. And I mean, we're talking in a video game context, but as in Isaac episodes, you know, I don't mind spinning that out into a lesson on life in my, you know, naive opinion anyway. Whenever people are like, I have no regrets, I'm like, you know, what you think that means is that I believe you've made no mistakes. What it actually says to me, and you know, this is judgmental in its own way, is that you've made so many mistakes that if you felt regret, the guilt that you felt would be insurmountable, and you would never be able to, you know, function as a human being as a result of your sadness. Okay? So that's, if you've been telling people you've got no regrets, and you're under the impression that it makes you look like a better person, I think a lot of people see it like me. I do have a regret on this run. I think we should not have sold the poison. For one, we got no money for it. For two, even though it was an epic a normal quality boon, I think that it gave us at least some progressive damage because poison stacks. So what are you doing for me? Are you doing work? All right, I'm just gonna level with you. It seems kind of bad, but I'm also willing to admit there might be some there might be some extra value to it on rooms that maybe are not bosses. But I think that we're suffering slightly right now because we really could have done with some progressive damage dealing source. Instead, we're just stuck with the... I mean, the arrows are great. It's like every time you land an attack, land another attack. Can't be too upset about that. But imagine if every hit we landed also did 4 damage every 0.5 seconds, stacking. So my hope right now is that maybe the call at least does... We might use a Death's Defiance here. At least does enough damage that I'm not really noticing, but is still beneficial. I'm increasingly convinced we actually may use that Death's Defiance. At which point, it's not a complete catastrophe, because we can always bail ourselves out of it by picking up another one, but it's not where you want to be. Yeah, there it is. You knew it was going to happen once this fight started this way. It is a little yikesable. There's no doubt about that. Oh, good. We've charmed a basic minion. And then another basic minion that I immediately pressed the X button on and sent to the Shadow Realm. If our fight against the Fury was actually great, this is the exact opposite. This has gone pretty terribly. But it's okay. I think, you know, in contrast to a lot of our runs, and I know I've been repeating myself here over and over, but I said it once before, but it bears repeating. You know who said that? That's right, the White Stripes. Well, Jack White specifically, but, you know, Meg was saying her own thing on the drums. It was more like dunka 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 dunk. I don't know why the drums have pitch. Look, I'm not a musician, okay? We made it. That's the important part. I hope we get enough money. Like, we need 200 to replenish a use of Death's Defiance. Not quite there. We need 200 plus the opportunity. Usually, within 2 floors, it's not that hard to make it happen, but...
You surpassed my Hydra.
You are correct.
No, we don't even have a chance to do it right now. I'm not going to take anything yet, I think. I think we're just going to save our money because basically, I would say we're at -3 gold right now. Because if we find the Death's Defiance opportunity, we absolutely have to purchase it. The good news is, minimum, getting 3 of those diamonds now means we have,
I've returned.
hold on. Give me a Daedalus hammer. 3 of those diamonds means we now have an upgrade that we can get from the overworld. I love to enter a room and see that there's choice when we exit. That's a big deal. Just keep mashing the X button. Anyway, I think this run is fine, but now it's like, you know, we need some heavy-hitting upgrades, in my opinion. I'm content with the call. I'll let the call ride. Let's get this guy first. I think the butterfly generator is still alive, but that's not a big deal. Maybe it's not, actually. Yeah, it's not. Alright, Daedalus Hammer. I think we definitely need Bull Rush on that one. All the other ones were just kind of unimpressive. Our max HP is pretty low, but I definitely think, you know, gold is worth 30% more. Surely that doesn't necessarily mean we should exclusively take gold-based options, but... you know, if you give me the choice between gold and something that seems maybe not that useful, like 25 maximum HP, I'm content to try it here. So our dash has been doing, like, unbelievably good work here. Who would have thought? I guess it's because if we knock them into a wall, they're, like, absolutely destroyed. Ah, you got me. Just a little, but got me nonetheless. Hold on. There you go. You dash into him. Like a Dave Matthews Band song. Oh, that was really good. Okay. Okay. We're up to 409. Oh, and there is a shop. There's not a Death's Defiance pickup, so we're going to ignore it for now. But we'll go to this shop instead. And, you know, I think this is, because we just had, like, a little shop, I think this is a great time to spend if we want to. So we're going to buy the HP. We're going to buy the pomegranate as well. And, you know, I think you always go level 1 to level 2 because of the proportional benefit. And then we definitely want the double bounty room, I think. We're at the point where I'm willing to... I'm throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. Let's put it that way. Give me an Artemis blessing right off the bat. Yo! Your cast seeks foes with a 10% chance to do critical damage. I don't really want to replace our tipsy shot, though. Like, I know, but I feel like any damage having a chance to be critical, although it's low tier, is probably better. I really don't want to replace the Festive Fog cast, because we don't have that much ammo for this anyway. But the crit chance, I'll admit, is good. But just gonna go, or the crit chance from the heroic ability is good, but just straight up, I'm like, I'll take the flat 3% crit chance over, you know, replacing something we have that is already good. I think the risk-reward there is just, it's not necessarily the wrong play to take it, but it's, like, unpalatable for me to take it. I saw my window there. And the fact that any damage we do crits, to me, that means... yikes. Good call, I think. Like, literally, good decision, but also I used my call in a good fashion. Just keep them confused. sensible, I think. Yikes. Times 1,000. There you go. We're free. Could have been better, could have been worse. I hope that means our arrows can do crit, is what I'm trying to say. Sure. Your attack deals more damage and inflicts weak. No, let's go with the epic. Epic. And we still don't have like a basic attack ability, but I really, you know, your basic attack is very good. Okay, so just remember, when he bull rushes you, use your shield. If you do that, you're gonna be fine. The worst case scenario here is obviously you die, but like another very bad scenario is using a Death's Defiance. Good counter to the bull rush. He might attack again, get ready. He did, but he was confused. Whoa, not that time. That was my bad. Shouldn't have been standing there. Hold on, it's just, you know, it's an important moment. You might do it again. Not doing it again. Keep some distance. There you go. This is a totally acceptable fight at the present moment. He did go again. But I think you're seeing something that I've been talking about for a bit. We got a real issue on this run with raw damage. Might go again. Sorta did. Like, the amount of times we're hitting him, it should not be so difficult for us to be... It should not take this long for us to kill him, is what I'm trying to say. We're doing some serious damage potential. And not really getting hit at all. You know, except for a few times. Should have seen that one coming, honestly. You doing it again? Not doing it again. You just don't want to be close when the bull rush pops. Good timing. He's gonna give up pretty soon. But we need... This is a Dionysus benefit. Man, oh man. I'll tell you what, if you give me the opportunity to take a poison basic attack again, I will be interested. Let's go. Okay, we lived. Everything's okay. Please, like, a rare or better basic attack ability. Because I'm feeling a little touchy. Your attack inflicts poison. Sure. More boons in the future will do damage. Or will be higher tier. That's a little late for that. I think we'll just take our rare tier ability. What do you give? Okay, you know what? You replenish a use of Death's Defiance if I want it.
What is it, straight you again?
Restore 30% when you enter. Nah. I think we definitely still want the Death's Defiance. So thank you for that. And I think we still would like the Hermes benefits here. So now our basic attack has some actual merit. Now the dream, I see there is a trove here. The dream for us, for sure, is that this shop allows us to get our HP back to maximum through natural means. That way we didn't lose out on what we could have had from that guy. I mean, to be honest, I don't really care about our attack dealing more damage unless it's permanent. Sure, 10 more encounters could be nearly permanent, but for the most part, I don't want a temporary damage benefit if I could get something that maybe permanently gives me a better chance to win. I understand, pedantically, yes, a temporary damage benefit could give you a permanent chance to win, but
Who dies next?
that's kind of a... It's a bit of an abstract issue for a small-minded man such as myself, so... And I'm a little embarrassed with my damage taken, for sure, but... I'm also like... I think I'm spoiled for choice right now, and that happens a lot, but it took forever to happen on this run. What I mean by being spoiled for choice here is, I think no matter what abilities we use is good. Don't you respawn. No matter what ability we have now, it's good. Particularly, I'm actually loving the... Like, if we can get an enemy trapped against the wall with our basic attack and poison damage, is very nice. It does enough.
Need to press on. Olympus, I accept this.
We are going pretty slow, though. Your cast is faster. Like, it just... With 3 ammo, it doesn't seem to really help. Let's try it. That's the whole spirit of this run. Let's give it a shot. Okay, do you have HP for me? Yes, you do. You can also replenish Death's Defiance, which, unfortunately, is just not that worthwhile right now, because we just did it, but... gems or keys? Give me gems, and by gems I mean keys, because it seems to be easier, based on the fact that it does not contain a skull icon. My head wanted to take... 15% dodge chance on the previous fight, or on the previous boon. My heart, though, was like, you know what? Why not go with the purple? It's gotta be purple for a reason, right? Like, maybe it's situationally good for some runs and not for this run, but maybe you're underestimating its potential value and it's actually pretty sick. Doesn't appear to be the case so far, just to be fair, but... You really... I mean, you can lose a Death's Defiance here without ruining your run, but you'd really like to not. That's not gonna help. There you go. The poison stacks, they'll do their job.
Not a chance.
The cast will do its job. Oh, we're on 1 HP. That's bad. That's no good. Thank you for the keys. That's a sales shop. We don't really want to sell. And we got an actual shop where, I mean, I would love to buy HP because we're going to use the Death's Defiance here 100%. So, yes. And we're 1 gold short of being able to buy everything. Trust me, I'm looking. I honestly think we'd rather have the max HP. Even though does it pain me a little? Yeah, it pains me a little. But life goes on. Now, let's just make it worthwhile. And not lose even a single Death's Defiance on this fight. You know the secret. We're fighting the Minotaur first. Thank you for the cast. Minotaur, 100%. The easiest... The easier, I should say, of the two. You might not be seeing it all that well, but we're playing an incredible game right now. We are being the ultimate coward. But we're doing great work. Keep it up, brother. You're crushing it. Oh, that time I just should have stood still, I suppose, is the easy answer. Good damage on the Minotaur. The poison stacks are doing their job. Probably should not have stood there, is a reasonably good argument to make. Oh, we so very nearly got... Oh, we got hit twice, but I'd rather get hit twice by that than get hit by the spear, I think. And then I got hit by the spear, and then I got hit by the... Okay. Calm yourself, please. That was close. I was, like, right up against the wall. Good work. Not so good work. Need that. Thank you. No bullhorn, please. How about no bullhorn? You dare move at the worst possible time for me? Help. Oh, we were so close, dude. Stay frosty. Minotaur's almost dead. Thought we'd just get him started. You knew it had to happen at some point. I gotta say, charm is bogus, dude. I'm not trying to be negative, but like... it's not doing what I want it to do, at least. I don't know, maybe... maybe I have missed out on some of its efficacy. I might have been a little hasty, but... Are you not dead? I shouldn't have gone for it. I shouldn't have gone for it, whatever. Lord Zeus, he calls upon your might. By the way, the Minotaur is now deceased. Okay, sir. No more Death's Defiance. Oh, you got me. You got me, you son of a gun. No more Death's Defiance. Good stacks. Good stacks. I actually jumped out of my chair. That was probably a good time to wait for the greater call. Okay, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Let's go. We're one Death's Defiance down. That's fine. Not good, but fine. We'd really like to have 2 for the boss.
Mind asking him to tone
I don't,
down.
well, hold on. Yeah, we do want that, I think. We'll just be moving on straight up. Most important thing here, okay, I'm trying to run it through the old cerebral cortex. How does the algorithm work here? We probably want boons first, would be my expectation. Money to buy another Death's Defiance would also be nice. Although I don't know if one is for sale. I don't think one is for sale. So probably 150 for a Dionysus pickup is your dream. Let's start with the Artemis benefit here. Why Dionysus? Well, I do... Doesn't Dionysus have that replenish Death's Defiance ability? And keep in mind, in these tunnels here, it's another one I picked up on the subreddit. Knockback effects do great work because they're constantly hitting enemies into walls. Dude, I will 100% of the time always hit the trap on the floor. It's just science. That was actually extremely good. Like, look at the extra damage we're getting thanks to the Poseidon knockback there. That's really solid. And then, there is a shop in here. We're not gonna have 100, Yo, the dash even is doing so much damage. We're not gonna have the gold necessary to purchase Death's Defiance, but it seems like we don't really need to. So this is 100% not the correct way. That's alright, I mean, we're just being honest. This is like a 1 in 5 chance. Okay. Most important thing, you're doing great right off the start here. You know the most important thing just as well as I do. Find the pool. Find the pool. Didn't lose that much. Definitely more than I would have liked, but could have been worse. Stay frosty. The satyrs are the big bads here. You know you got the pool right next to you there if you happen to get hit. You did get hit. Great timing on that at least. Okay, don't stand in the poison. There's another satyr, dude. Oh, that hurt. This is a nasty room, brother. It's alright. The pool had one more use. Okay, so that hurt a great deal, but we did make it. Artemis bonus. What do you got for me? After you deal critical damage, it's marked. Critical does better against armor. I don't know about the god gauge, but... a marked foe, I could see that. I think that's probably our best, even though obviously against Hades it doesn't really do that much for us. On gold, we're on 166. I don't see a better purchase than this no matter what, so. Any boons you find have superior effects. That's interesting, I'll admit, but I think we will take this, and I know we could have taken it earlier and didn't, but now I'm like, okay, as a result of that, we'll now, like, emphasize going for this Aphrodite benefit. Or it was, I didn't look, actually. This might have been another Dionysus benefit, but either way, you can see my reasoning. I don't think we've ever used Bull Rush do more damage against armor. So it is a Dionysus benefit. We really want to replenish Death's Defiance. That's the dream Dionysus benefit. Whether or not such a boon is possible, we will find out in due course. That was an incredible room. Thank you. This appears to be a difficult room. Bull Rush does extra damage, dude. Bull Rush does extra damage against armor. That was like no damage, dude. Okay. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. You gotta go. You're the big problem. Keep an eye on where those pools are. Yeah, that's not enough damage to be stoked about. I don't know what I got hit by, but it was bad. So my whole dream here, maybe stay away from that general area. And we have no Death's Defiance left now. So you should be afraid of that, honestly. But I really think... Oh, we do our best when this creature gets poisoned. You should not get a chance to attack. Okay, you did. And for that, I'm embarrassed. But we made it. We got a Dionysus benefit. Legendary. Poison-afflicted foes take bonus damage in Festive Fog. Rest assured, I understand the benefit of this. I am a little bit concerned, I think is a fair assessment. I'm not going to get the pomegranate. I think we'll go straight for a little bit more max HP. Remember, there is a fountain awaiting us. So it might sound strange. Yikes, that almost got us, dude. But really, like, one of the better scenarios for us might be to not find the fountain until we're basically dead. Now, it'll be very scary, but... So here's the game plan as well, by the way. You got big enemies. What do? Poison, and then Festive Fog. And they take so much bonus damage. You saw it. I saw it. Okay, this is relentless dash territory. Then when you got just the big boy, you just poison him, keep him in the fog. It's over. We gotta live through the next room, though. Unless the next room is the fountain. Which it isn't. And there's lots and lots of traps on this room that we should be very afraid of. Okay, one satyr handled. I just had to get in there. I had to put some poison on him. Scary. Good work, team. Okay, you've been poisoned. You see it, I see it. I know you can't, dude. Just stop hitting me with the can'ts. Start hitting me with the maybe laters. It's like it's just a confidence thing. Okay, you guys, I think you're the last enemies, so we are gonna live temporarily. Oh, you're gonna set off that poison trap. Be careful, brother. Be careful. Be careful, brother. We're done, thankfully. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're at 207 gold. I still do not think we buy the pomegranate. I think you save up to maybe get the Aphrodite bonus. I recognize that it does appear, as of right now, like we'll probably die in the process. Not sure what you want me to do about that in the whole scheme of things. We're working on it here, okay? Okay, this big deal here. Just dash, dude. Yeah, the dashes they'll serve you well. I don't want to sell anything. I want to buy. You see purple? Let me know, okay? Purple is a very nice improvement for us right now. It's an incredible turn of events. Red, not as useful. We have made it. 514. This should probably be the end of our trip through the Satyr Halls, but we're gonna buy this for sure.
Thank you, mate.
Reduce some damage from nearby foes' attacks. And then we'll buy this. I do think we should up our crit chance. And then we have no Death's Defiance here, so almost certainly we're dead. But we're working. I mean, I thought we did a pretty respectable job here. You may disagree, as is your prerogative to do so, but I thought all things considered, we in my opinion, we got a little bit underpowered, and we got maybe upgrades that are not necessarily like the #1 upgrade thing. Like, you know, we didn't get damage, we got Festive Fog, which is nice, we got crit chance, but I do feel like our cast ability and our basic attack ability ended up being a little bit underpowered. So the most important thing, I think, for this fight is, yes, remember that during... Oh, that was bad. Remember that during his spin, he moves. But here's the deal, okay? Hit him and then put him in Festive Fog. That hurts. Because he takes that bonus damage in Festive Fog that you definitely are going to fall in love with here, I think. Just straight up. I am trying. I am being a little bit aggro maybe, but I think you know as well as I do that we're pretty much toasted here.
Where are you?
No spins, brother!
You dare lash out against me like this, boy?
Oh, that's bad timing.
I'm empty.
We made it. Okay, these guys. Ay, 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 2 HP, 2 HP. Just keep a move on. Ay, ay, ay. That's okay. That was a decent run. We'll be back to try another one. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. I think we have some upgrades coming our way. I really appreciate the support on Hades. It's been a lot of fun to play so far, and I'll see you next time. See ya!